bring us together and enjoy Lava Does Trek.
And, thanks to the engineering team's electrobath therapy, our ship is still sentient and no longer feels as strongly about killing all of us.
Oh, okay. Nice. All right.
Well done, Lieutenant Chapek.
Oh, thank you, Captain. The last item on my list, I have finished installing hollow emitter things all over the ship. This means that we can now have holograms, including the kinds that you can touch on practically every corner of the ship, the USS Bacchus. Now, I'm saying that out loud to this particular group of people. It sounds like we're in for an onslaught of fraud and deception in the, big amounts. Anyway, the upgrade provides many tactical advantages, such as Indigo Alert, as well as the very special present for you all. I've created a holographic personal assistant program for us to share. Everyone meet Servo.
Hello, my name is Servo, and I'm happy to be aboard and get to assist you all in your daily personal tasks.
Amazing. He looks like an ordinary meek human male. But it's just a hologram?
Yeah, is he fully functional?
Oh, I am a holographic personal assistant, but I would prefer that you think of me as an assistant who just happens to be holographic. But I do actually have a very intricate holo matrix, so, and what are you doing? Ah! You punched me!
Wow, that felt so real.
Oh yeah, by interfacing our sensors with the, force field emitter thing, we were able to adjust the feedback to be, good.
Why did you hit me?
It even responds like a real pathetic human man.
Yeah, thanks to his cybernetic algorithm, Servo behaves like a, what do you call it, person.
How much more can it take?
No more. Please do not hit me.
Oh, and it grovels like a natural. I can't wait to test its pain thresholds.
That'll do for your playtime, Chief Medical Officer Commander Dong.
Captain, if I may.
Yes, of course. Servo, I'd like for you to meet Crystal, our ship's psychic.
It's nice to meet you.
It's so strange. He looks so real, but I can't read any thoughts or even feelings from him.
Are you fully functional, though?
I may be a hologram, but I am still programmed to feel.
There's nothing going on at all inside his head.
Okay, for instance, that felt pretty reductive.
It's like he's some thoughtless, empty-headed dum-dum. Literally incapable of completing a single sentence. Just a total mouth-breathing waste of resources. And resources aren't even scarce.
May I remind you about my holo matrix? It's very intricate. I feel things just like a real person can. Ah! You slapped me!
Still nothing. Truly remarkable.
Okay, I think we've established that I can feel pain. Can we all please just stop hitting me?
Oh, hold on, it's my turn. Hey, I'm Ensign Mooner. So what other kinds of stuff can you do? Are you fully functional?
I don't like that you keep asking me that. I don't even want to know what you mean, but I can assist you with all kinds of daily tasks.
Okay, what about, like, domestic jobs?
Yes. I could help you decorate your living quarters.
Sweet.
Or reorganize your, what are you doing? No, stop taking off your pants. No, do not do whatever it is you're about to do.
What? I tore my lucky pants practicing the splits this morning, and I need someone to sew them up.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I can totally do that for you. Later is probably better for that. Yeah, you can just zip those back up. But wouldn't you rather just use the replicator to make a completely new pair of pants?
I just told you they're my lucky pants. Dom, hit him.
Ah, you double punched me. What is wrong with all of you? I'm practically a human being. You have all kinds of crazy technologies. Are really so hard for you to believe that I have feelings like a person?
He displays a very impressive range of emotions.
Yes, and to answer your question, he is fully functional.
Yes, I knew it.
No! Oh, God, no!
Oh, and per your request, Captain, I also programmed him with a trigger word that, upon hearing, will make him blow his cybernetic load.
What?
I want to guess the trigger word. Is it flutist?
No, I'll bet it's something only Captain says, like thou or wherefore too.
No, it has to be something like harder.
Stop trying to guess the word. You people are sick.
Enough! O judgment, thou art fled to brutish beasts, and men have lost their reason.
There it is.
Servo is now a member of our crew, and you will give him all the same rights and privileges afforded to any other member of this crew.
Thank you, Captain.
And you, Servo, something you will come to understand about humans is that we have needs that you are capable of fulfilling. Some have a need to curtail their violent behavior by taking it out on an entity that cannot feel pain. Others need tailoring services because they tear their lucky trousers each and every morning. As a member of this crew, I expect you to do your best to help them meet their needs.
If I'm supposed to help with this stuff, why was I programmed to not like it?
Do you? Tell me, do you dislike the idea of getting slapped around by Commander Dom? Or do you dislike the idea that you might enjoy it?
What? Was I programmed to be a prude?
Like
Why?
I say, well, we all have needs. For me, I need someone who's agreeable but appears apprehensive. Someone who consents and enjoys providing their services, but secretly, they're judging themselves. Someone who can't get rid of that voice in the back of their mind, the voice that questions, what does liking this mean about me? As I, well, you know.
As you what?
Go where no man has gone before. Captain's log. We're only a few hours away from our next destination, Hedon 3.
Yes, we know. That's why we are having this meeting. Do you mind?
No, please continue, Dr. Dom.
Thank you, Captain. As I was saying, we're only a few hours away from our next destination, Hedon 3. The Hedons are unique for a few reasons. The most interesting one being their instinctive drive to diversify their gene pool by way of ferociously mating with any aliens they encounter.
I've heard legends of their hospitality. We'll soon be on a planet with a population more randy and less discerning than when we traveled into the future and met our elderly selves.
That was present day, and we were visiting a retirement community in Florida.
But if that wasn't the future, why was my grandfather there?
It's also worth noting that because the Hedons live in such an isolated sector of space, they throw grand receptions to show their appreciation for the rare visitors they do get. And they are quite thorough in their appreciation. I'm talking inside, out, everywhere.
Just like the retirement community.
Gross.
But despite their virile practices due to their biology, the heathens can only reproduce once every 10 years. What's more is that their reproductive process is performed synchronously across the entire species.
Synchronized cycles. It's like the entire species is a women's soccer team.
Not the one at the retirement community.
Every 10 years, when they're at peak fertility, all mature heathens enter a hive mind state, resulting in a 3-day marathon of continuous copulation with countless concubines, a phase of their mating cycle called uruquar. Yes, we are all excited for depraved reasons. But there's a big problem. Due to their hive mind state, if the heathens receive any visitors during the uruquar, the collective attention of the entire species is diverted from completing the mating cycle. Therefore, they wouldn't be able to complete their reproductive process. Therefore, they couldn't reproduce until the next uruquar 10 years from now.
Sacrifice we must make for exploration and diplomacy.
Yes, a noble undertaking to be sure, but there's an even bigger problem. Long-range scans shows that the heathens are alarmingly underpopulated.
What does that mean?
It means they don't have enough people.
No, yes, I know what that means. I was following the stuff about collective consciousness. You think I got lost at underpopulated? What I meant was why.
It turns out the heathens had their mating cycle interrupted 10 years ago, also by Starfleet.
I've heard the legends about that lucky ship. To even follow in the footsteps of Captain Pierre would be to enter the annals of Starfleet history.
And Starfleet interrupted the uruquar for that too.
Kirk.
But that time, it was an accident.
So it's been 30 years since the heathens last reproduced successfully?
I'm afraid so. The youngest generation of heathens is almost 30 years old, and they're not getting any younger. It kills me to say this, but it's time they settle down.
That's terrible news. But I'm confident we'll figure out some way to help them after the ceremonies and parties they throw for us.
Captain!
I have to stand with Crystal on this one. I ran some projections, and unfortunately, this current cycle is the point of no return. If they miss this one, their gene pool will dry up within the 5 generations.
Dry pool. I couldn't think of anything worse.
What about total extinction?
Ah, yes, that is bad. I think we better have a chat with the ambassador of Heathen 3. Servo, please open a channel with Ambassador Yorn.
Open a channel?
Call him.
Okay, just say that then.
Ah, Captain, you're early. I thought you weren't set to arrive until this evening.
Oh no, I never prematurely arrive. Ambassador, I just heard something interesting about the timing of our visit. Were you aware that the Uluquar is set to start in a matter of hours?
Ah, so you've heard of our primitive mating practices. Yes, that won't be an issue for the symposium.
The symposium?
We were invited to give a presentation.
And we very much look forward to hearing your speech on sustainability.
I see. Would you excuse us for a moment? Servo, mute the channel, please. Captain, sustainability? Really?
We don't know anything about sustainability. As a matter of fact, we've never improved the quality of life for anyone we met.
Did you actually prepare a speech?
I was going to have Servo write something later.
Wait, what?
Shut up, Servo. Unmute the channel as well. Ambassador Yorn, why aren't you affected by the Uluquar?
Ah, it may not show, but I am much too old.
No, it shows.
And so, I've aged out of the reproductive process entirely. Even all of that sexual indulgence is now repulsive to me. Elderly folks like me actually work together to keep things running and even take care of the younger population for the 3 days that they are busy with the,
Orgy is the clinical term.
Wouldn't you rather come by at a different time?
No. Now, more than ever, we need the latest on Starfleet sustainability practices. But don't worry, all Hedons in attendance at the symposium will be elderly, like me, and will be isolated from anyone affected by the Uluquar, so there's no danger of affecting the mating cycle.
Thank you, Ambassador Yorn. We'll message you when we arrive.
Yes, and a space farewell to you too.
Well, there you have it. Our visit shouldn't be an interruption.
Captain, Yorn is hiding something.
I'm willing to settle for an orgy with the elderly at this symposium. Retirement community, round 2.
Captain, we can't go. It's too great of a risk. Something is wrong here. The survival of the Hedons depends on us not fornicating with them.
I understand. But there's a problem, you see. I want to go.
Captain, we can't.
But I really, really want to go. And they want us there too.
Captain,
But I wanna!
their entire future depends on us not interfering.
I never get to do anything around here.
Oh, there, Captain. Would it make you feel better if I tied you up and beat you?
Yes.
Oh, I'm going to need much more enthusiasm.
Damn it, Doctor. When beggars die, there are no comets seen. Are you going to make me beg?
Only at the beginning, and the middle, of course, and the end.
Or the middle and beginning, middle, beginning, end. If it's like that time we were caught in the time loop.
You guys were caught in a time loop?
We're not supposed to talk about what happened during the time loop.
Forget the time loop. I want everybody except for Commander Dom out of this room before I can get down on my knees.
But we're on the bridge. Who's going to fly?
I've got one knee down already.
Exits are located here and here. Let's move.
Oh, wow. When they said you stepped out for a smoke, they meant it. What is this place?
This is the ship's holodeck. Before they put emitters all over the ship, holograms used to be limited to this one room. We still use it for more immersive experiences, of course.
Yes, thank you for explaining the concept of a holodeck to me, a hologram. What I meant was, of all the places you could have made this room look like, you chose a filthy alleyway on, I'm guessing, an Earth city?
Your guess is as good as mine. I just tell the computer to give me an environment with psychic shielding. I randomize the location each time. Smoke?
Oh, wow, an analog cigarette. How old-fashioned. But no, thank you. Those are really bad for your health.
They're holographic.
So am I.
Of course.
So, did you say this place has psychic shielding?
Yep. When I'm anywhere else on the ship, I can hear the thoughts of all the other crew members all the time.
That sounds awful.
It's not so bad. I've learned how to shut them out for the most part. The only really strong thoughts get through, like when Captain is throwing a tantrum, or Dr. Dom is doing a full-body physical on a new crew member, or Ensign Mooner thinks about, well, literally when he thinks about anything, which isn't that often, luckily.
But in here, you can't hear their thoughts.
Oh, not a peep, and I can completely relax.
So, how does it work?
How does what work? This room? It's called a holodeck.
No, again, I am a hologram. I know how a holodeck works. What I mean is, what is psychic shielding?
No, I don't know. I just tell the computer to create it, and through the power of holograms, it became real.
Okay, but psychic shielding isn't real technology that exists anywhere in the world, so how does it work?
How do you work?
Me? I'm programmed to be like a human, but
So, you are one. You have the appearance, behavior, and even flaws of a human. What's more, you have all the same rights and privileges as any non-holographic crew member while on board this ship. For all intents and purposes, you are exactly what you were programmed to be. Human.
we don't even know how a psychic shield would theoretically work.
No knowing, just decide.
What?
It's the captain's mantra. You don't have to know everything. You just have to decide.
Huh. So, ignorance is just like built into his philosophy.
Everyone on the ship, actually. But sometimes ignorance is pleasant. Take you, for example.
Me? What am I ignorant of?
I don't know. I can't tell what you're thinking. Or even if you are thinking. It's nice.
Well, I think that you have a lot on your plate, and I can totally empathize with that. Hey, you don't think that trigger word stuff Lieutenant Chapek mentioned is real, do you? I mean...
I demand to know the meaning of this delay this instant!
Welcome aboard the USS Bacchus, Ambassador Yorn.
Yes, thank you. Now, why has your captain refused to land on my planet?
Trust me, Ambassador, no one is more excited for your people's hospitality than our captain. But he wants to take it slow and let you get to know us before we come inside.
How gentlemanly of him.
I am Chief Medical Officer Commander Dom. I'll be your guide for your personal tour of our ship.
Tour of the ship?
Yes. You'll be seeing our main engineering deck, our lavish mess hall, and our state-of-the-art sick bay.
Doctor, I really don't have the time.
Or, if you want to skip the tour, we can go straight to sick bay for a full medical examination.
Did you say lavish mess hall?
Attention, crew and passengers. Indigo alert is now in effect. Repeat, indigo alert is now in
Indigo alert, what's that?
effect.
Indigo Indigo alert is when we activate the holographic projectors throughout the ship to pretty up the interior. We use the holograms to cover up cracks, stains, and leaks. Don't let the name alarm you. It's named after Captain's favorite spiked energy tea, Indigo Alert. You can't black out, so Indigo out. With a bang.
How comforting. If there's anyone who can speak on sustainability, it's people who fly around in a spaceship with cracks in the hull that are patched up with holograms.
Oh, the holograms are interior only, but you'll have a pretty view when you get sucked out into space. Here we are at main engineering.
Yeah, he's designed never to turn against you, but I wouldn't test it.
Well, then tell me the limits, all right? If he's programmed to help, I want to know how much I can make him do.
Don't say you're making him do anything, all right? Yes, what do you call it? Free will.
Chapek, Muna, meet Ambassador Yorn of Hedon 3. There's the one who extended the invitation to us.
Huh, sweet. Thanks for inviting us, dude.
It's an honor to have Starfleet's finest.
If you'll excuse me, I am needed elsewhere. Lieutenant Chapek here will happily answer any questions you have about our propulsion systems.
What? You can't leave me with these two. I demand to see the captain.
You'll see the captain at the end of the tour.
Call her crass, but Commander Dom is a space explorer in the most literal sense.
Because she comes in peace, I hope.
Oh, no, because her favorite method of studying alien life is by rectal probing. Anyway, let me show you her, what do you call it? Oh, it'll come to me. Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
Oh, Commander Dom. Lucky seeing you here at the turbo lift. About the thing you asked me earlier, I wanted to clarify something. I don't want to get slapped.
Brick,
What? This lift isn't voice operated.
I was talking to you.
Yes, I'll just hit the button. Anyway, like I was saying, I don't want to get slapped, but if that's what you want, I am willing to help out. Does that make sense? I wanted to make sure you know that I'm not, like, into it. I mean, it does hurt, but, I mean, what's one slap?
A good start. Here. Everything's in place, Captain.
Thank you, Commander Dom.
Is everything okay? Everyone's being quiet.
Everything's under control, Servo.
Is there anything I can do to help?
No. As a hologram, I don't think you're at any risk either.
Risk?
The turbo lift is moving. I think they're already coming up.
That means Chapek and Muna have done their job.
The plasma conduit?
No, not that. It's the blue thing.
The nacelle?
No, the big blue thing.
The warp core?
No, come on, I can almost remember it.
I've named every space thing I can think of.
Engine! It was the engine. I forgot it. The word is engine.
Engine? I said engineer like 5 minutes ago.
Engineer and engine are different words.
That is it. I have had it. Captain, your crew is unbearable.
Oh, yeah, speaking of unbearable, I'm needed back at, what's it called?
Main engineering.
Thank you!
Did you enjoy your tour, Ambassador Yorn?
Tour? They just walked me through your ship without speaking to me even once. I think they completely forgot I was there.
Yes, I suppose they can be a handful.
Captain, I come from a planet of perpetual pointless excess, and in a mere 10 minutes your crew has worn through the patience that I've built up over a lifetime of indulgences. I demand that you and your useless crew come down to my planet at once!
Well, I can't have the unsavory crew of my starship ruining your symposium. Unfortunately, we must decline your invitation. Surely you understand.
No, I sought out your ship specifically. I know who you are. You're the most depraved ship in the Alpha Quadrant, and I can't count on you to come down to my planet to have interplanetary, interspecies intercourse with my people. You were supposed to give in. All I expected was failure, and you somehow failed to even deliver that.
If we do go down there, there's going to be a population collapse. Your people will be doomed.
My people are already doomed, thanks to the likes of Starfleet. With your replicators and freely given resources, we've lost our independence. I'm doing what needs to be done to be strong on our own.
You mean risking the extinction of your people?
My people risked extinction the moment they accepted help from outsiders. I'm going to take us back to a simpler time, a time when we took care of ourselves. No more Federation handouts.
And you're trying to turn the Hedons against the Federation by making us responsible for the population collapse. It was a trap.
Yes, obviously. And now that I've got you here, you're going to do exactly what you were called here to do. That is the original purpose for which I called you, to interrupt the Ulaquar.
You'll never force us to go down to your planet.
Not even for 3 days of non-stop debauchery with hundreds of partners?
Of course, if anybody wanted to leave this ship of their own will, I suppose.
Captain.
Yes, I order everybody to remain on board, especially myself.
Well, maybe this ray gun will change your mind.
They have a phaser.
That's impossible. We scanned them for weapons when they came on board.
That's my favorite thing about the ships of you so-called peacekeepers. There's always plenty of weapons lying around. Someone left this on a table in the mess hall. All I had to do was pick it up while the forgetful idiot was arguing with the ignorant idiot. Now, you're all going to go down to my planet and you're going to have the time of your lives, or you won't have your lives at all.
Captain.
Don't worry, Servo. Situation is under control. Ambassador Yorn, if you pull that trigger, you'll not only be engaging in an act of aggression with a Starfleet officer, your people will know that you attempted to sabotage them.
This is bigger than me. Last chance. If you won't go down there, I'll just find some other compatible species that's willing.
In this isolated sector of space, within 3 days? I think not. Instead, I think we'll arrest you and hold you for 3 days. Then there'd be nothing you could do to disrupt your people's mating cycle.
All right, you asked for it.
Captain, look out!
Ah!
Servo, no!
Anyone else?
My turn.
All right, you got it. What the?
Oh, is that it?
But I'm shooting you right in the face!
That phaser you're holding feels just like the real thing, doesn't it? But it's actually holographic. A decoy we left out for you to pick up. Now, these fists, these are very real.
No, please!
Oh, good boy. I do love it when they beg.
Servo, stay with me, Servo. He's hurt!
How? The phaser was holographic.
So am I. Lieutenant Chapek? Where am I?
You're in the ship's, what do you call it? Sick bay.
Why am I in the hospital? I'm a hologram.
That's what I kept telling the captain, but he couldn't understand that you didn't need a doctor, you needed a hologram doctor.
And I keep telling you, I don't care if the doctor's a hologram. It's exactly like that famous riddle. How are you feeling, Servo?
A little disoriented. What happened?
You dove in front of me and were hit with a beam from a holographic phaser, a decoy that was planted as part of our Indigo alert. We had set it as a trap for Ambassador Yorn after Crystal had detected some vague but ill intent from him. That holographic phaser could have hit anyone else in the room and it wouldn't have hurt us. Furthermore, if it had been a real phaser, the beam would have simply passed through you without harm and hit me anyway.
I'm literally the only person that could have been hurt by it, and I managed to find a way?
I'm afraid so. We're partially to blame. We should have programmed the holographic phaser to be harmless to you as well.
But what I tried to do was pointless. My actions wouldn't have helped you anyway.
No knowing, just decide. You had every intention of saving my life, even if it was impossible or didn't make sense. You didn't know, but you decided to do it, and your actions were exactly what you intended them to be. Life-saving. I owe you a great debt, and for your bravery, I wanted to present you with this medal. Allow me to pin it to you.
Oh, thank you, Captain. Ow! You pricked me.
Sorry, I thought you were like a doll.
I'm a hologram, not a pincushion. Huh. That needle hurt, but in a weird way, it also felt kind of good.
Yeah, I think your sensory input feeds, I think they're cross extremes.
No, it's not a glitch. I think our holographic friend is just becoming a little more like us.
Yeah, I agree.
For real though, what was that? I mean, Chatback, is that going to go away, or?
So, we have a little tradition around here. We throw a celebration after our new crew members have completed their first mission.
Oh, that sounds nice. Why wait until after their first mission, though? Are missions usually dangerous?
No, we used to celebrate with them as soon as they came aboard, but too many of our new recruits were quitting before they even received their first assignment. Our celebrations make the Hedons look like Puritans, and the Puritans look like incels. Anyway, it's going to be in your honor, and you're encouraged to attend, but of course it's up to you.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Very well. You rest up.
Actually, Captain,
Yes, Servo.
is Commander Dom going to be there?
With bells and whips.
Really? Yeah, well, maybe I'll see you there, maybe.
I look forward to it. Oh, and before I forget, I should go ahead and tell you now. Your trigger word is engage.
Yeah,